So in terms of play styles and developing your game as you get more advanced, more experience, we both said we kind of have a forehand, we're working on it. Let's talk a little bit about training and training sessions and things that you can do as a new player, or even intermediate, advanced, and even pro players. I'm sure somebody could help them with their game. So in your guys' opinions, who may be the wider audience of who should be getting lessons other than everybody?
Well, let's let the coach at the table take this question, or at least start off.
There was a lot there, and I was trying to think of the last kind of wording of it was, like, what group should take lesson?
Who should take a lesson?
I found...
Or at what point?
Right. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I think that there's got to be a lot of self-discovery in the first 6 months to a year with disc golf, where you need to just enjoy it and have fun. Where you playing every day is the only thing that matters. You're enjoying it. I think the desire to grow can be there, and you will get better every single day. There's just proof in that. Now, will you hit a wall eventually? Yes. Now, that usually happens around a year, year and a half to 2 years. And I had a lot of friends that would come and go in disc golf when I first started playing. You'd see all these faces one summer, the next summer, boom, they're gone. And that's when I was an intermediate and advanced player. Oh, how long you been playing? Oh, 2 years. And they didn't do so good that tournament, and then they were done. They were gone. So that's the crucial stage, because you're ready. You understand the game. You know the lingo. You could be talked to and understand what you're trying to. The individual would be able to comprehend the lesson at hand.
Right.
Versus picture somebody, it's an introduction to disc golf. Those are a completely different style of lesson. If you're looking to improve your skills, I think you need to know what those skills can be and what they are to improve on before you can just show up and work on all these things you didn't know. So there's value in getting some time on the course and establish what is your strong points, what do you really see doesn't work for you and you don't understand. I think anywhere 6 months to a year is a really good time to work with a coach or a lesson. But also in the meantime, always ask questions. Disc golfers are very helpful. You'll get multiple opinions and you'll end up with just a great, memory bank of ideas and concepts, which is a big part of disc golf.
Always new things you could try and work on your own game.
Right.
That makes sense.
For me, when I was starting out, shout out to my friend Chris. He was the one who brought me into this game, and we talked about technique from the first moment. I think I held a disc in my hand. Like, we went through different grips. What do the grips do? What's a power grip? What's a fan grip? All of that. And to putting mechanics, to everything. He broke down the game into every little thing, talking about the backhand. What is rounding? Okay, why is that a problem? What's your reach back? Where is that comfortable? What's a power pocket? Like, everything. And it was like within a week or two, I had all these terms, and I was hitting Google all the time for this. But I loved it. That's kind of how I operate, though. I love techniquing things and always wanting to get better. And so I would create a lot of videos, send a lot of videos. He would take stills and draw lines in them and say, okay, your arm's at this angle, you want it at this angle, where's your body, where's your shot going? And it really got me thinking about how my whole body, literally from head to toe, created a shot. And it wasn't just, okay, I'm gonna throw and I hope it goes in the right direction. And that's what fascinated me and kept me coming back. So maybe, people shouldn't have like lesson to really think about distance and stuff, but I personally loved it from the beginning, having structure and knowing what I was going for, like knowing what I wanted to emulate. Looking at players and saying, I think my shot could be like this, or I think my body moves more like this than like that, and kind of seeing where your game could fit.
I like the drive and all that. Like, I don't got time to not know what this is all about. Give me the keys to the Ferrari, because
let's go.
It's go time.
Ooh! All right, that's the end of our game.
With that being said,
Just kidding.
Now we're doing
Just
disc
kidding.
golfers in cars getting coffee.
But that.
Ooh.
But that's interesting because we've spent a little time working together too.
Yeah.
And to hear how the lesson approach was, it's like really, really good. I mean, out of everything, I've heard a lot of horror stories. I've seen a lot of horrific things in terms of teaching, like individuals.
Mm-hmm.
Teachers get frustrated and stuff, but to hear whoever Chris was to you and he showed you this, I mean, that's amazing because to be able to take the time to get through to you. He got through to the right person, clearly. You have just a natural ambition, and he went with it. So he wanted you,
Yeah.
you know. So he wanted you to understand everything you were asking. So to draw lines and get you to understand these things, you may not fully have known what it have maybe all meant, but like you quickly learned.
Yeah.
And
But it's something I still like to do as well. Like it's something that I thought was interesting at the start, and I said, okay, I see the value in this, and so I can take videos of myself and say, where's my body? Where am I closing? Where's my hip? Is my hip rotating before my arm? And you can break everything down for yourself if you know what you're looking for.
how far do you think you will drive your disc this year
Oh, no.
before the year is over?
Okay, well, I know what your answer is.
Tell me.
Lou
how
says that I'm going to
far-
drive 400 feet.
That's it.
Wow.
We did some great work.
For
That'll be done
reference,
later.
how far do you throw now?
Give or take.
Stop.
Why am I looking at you?
No, because this is a tough topic for
I think-
us to talk about.
Well, I'm just wondering, give us, are you throwing 390 and you're trying to go, or are you throwing 300, 250? Just give us a reference.
When it all goes right, like not nose up, in the pocket, I'd say probably full power shot, maybe 320, 315.
Okay, so she's given the same answer. What she doesn't realize to mention is the style and the technique that she has and the things that she kind of unlocked in terms of tapping into fast power and
Oh, yeah.
taking all her good techniques
That was a big
and
deal.
applying them and just perceiving the throw a little differently versus this. It's all technical and it's all skill, but in a speed sense, and how to like allow yourself to believe what speed is and how to go faster than you've ever thought before, and that's what's going to create distance. So the amount of speed that she was moving at, if you lined it up to anybody else throwing, they're throwing like 65, almost, 68, just short of 70 miles an hour. That's the motion she has, and the towel work and the disc work and everything. When you hear it, your reaction stopped. We're doing a virtual lesson, and she finally connected the two things I was trying to get. And it just popped the towel right in front of her, and I was like this on the camera, and she could see me, and she just turned around, she just covered her mouth, she's like, oh my gosh. I'm like, just like that every
I
time.
laughed and I fell on the floor because it was a sound that I have never heard before, snapping a towel.
And I was like, if you had a
You were
disc in your hand,
shocked.
I was like, if you had the right disc in your hand, the right weight, that was easily a 400-foot shot. That was, if you do that every time, you're throwing 400-foot shots every time.
And that work happened in the basement in the winter. Like, I know in the last episode we talked about off season and what things can happen, but like,
You'll
you
see.
can always be working on something.
Right.
So we'll see. I don't know.
We'll
I mean,
see. It's coming.
we'll have to see at the end of
It's
the
gonna be a
season
good year.
if I.
Yeah.
Oh God.
We're gonna get you in a distance competition. Yeah.
Better watch out.
So
Here I come.
obviously you two work together on the training aspect. We're talking about training.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about finding someone, obviously you have to be knowledgeable at disc golf, knowledgeable about how to portray what you're trying to say to somebody. But what about finding somebody who's akin to your throwing style, whether they throw that way too, or they're just knowledgeable about that? I like to use the reference that a lot of NFL coaches, they probably played at some point, but they weren't all NFL players, but they're just have the better
Defensive coaches.
ability to portray what needs to be done than others, even if they didn't play.
Sure. They got a head coach is gonna have a grasp of the whole game.
Right, exactly.
So I consider myself a head coach because I have a great grasp on the entire game. I feel I could show a lot of people a lot of things. Now, if you are predominant in forehand, is like my skill where I cannot reach. To me, what keeps up with the top professionals in terms of forehands, I can't with distance. I still use it, I'm still looking for technique, and I can get someone to throw as far as me, and I feel like I could see them better than I could see myself and maybe push them a little bit. But I will, if anybody ever gets into a lesson with me and they're working forehand, backhand, it's no problem. If they're predominant forehand, I work with them, and I'll always suggest them to keep on a lookout for somebody that they're impressed by with a forehand. And please pick their brain, because what they can offer you, if this is something that you connect with as a predominant style, they're going to have the best answer for you. So if there is a style out there that best matches you, don't be ignorant. Just throw yourself in front of the bus and just take it off.
Absorb what they have. What
It's
they're
it.
doing. Even
It's
if they're
it.
not like a trainer.
Doesn't
Try
matter.
to pick their brain. And
You never
get the
know.
information.
One sentence could be it. You can ask Joanna. I say the most weirdest things, and we don't know how they really apply, but they'll stick. And it's like, oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
It's just anything to get you to understand what to try to do.
Yeah.
Right. You have to speak the same language, or figure out what language that is, and then develop it together.
Yeah.
And so you mentioned doing your homework. So I did my homework. I don't know if you know this. You don't. I didn't tell you this. So, but I was looking online for people who gave lessons, and I saw that you were one of those people. And I knew that. I had watched you on coverage, and I did pick you out for your game. And I said, I love his style. I love your backhand. I love your putt. There was a lot about your game that I said, I want that.
Wow.
I want to do that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And so I think it was at Team Challenge. I was like, hey, I'm Joanna, and I want to learn from you.
Listen, I know who you are. There's no missing Joanna when you're. No, that's
Well,
awesome.
no, but I think it is really important, because there are some people I know from the club that I play with who are amazing, who are like the biggest forehand bombers ever. And do I want to do that one day? Yeah. But is that what I think I need right now, is those lessons? Maybe not, because I want to have a big power shot. And I know that's not going to come from my forehand. Not that they don't throw backhands by any means. They're amazing players all around. Like, come on, everybody has a great game. But I knew that that's what I wanted to achieve, and I figured that Lou was the person to do it.
Wow.
So,
Well, it certainly seems to be working out pretty well.
well, we'll see if I hit 400 feet. If I don't, he's not the guy. Just
Listen,
kidding.
I'm shocked. I'm still shocked to hear you say 320, 315. I just.
Why? You don't think
got
that's
more.
true?
You got
think?
more.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
that's what you are currently.
I think so.
That's the last thing she remembers.
Okay, that's maybe true. I don't know
you,
the
you
last.
threw a towel 400 feet, according to her, which is great.
It was, what was it? 900 count Egyptian cotton towel.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a
Not easy. Not
Pillowcase.
easy.
pillowcase. It was a pillowcase.
When we work on throwing techniques, we use light, long pillowcases.
But yeah, to wrap it up, it's important to see what style you want to emulate and
Yeah.
find that person.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see another clip of the HyzerCast podcast, click this video right here. If you'd like to see a video from our main channel, Hyzer Media, click this video right here. And if you haven't done so already, click this link right in the middle to subscribe to our channel, or the red button down below. Thanks.